Matt Stepp of Dave Campbell's Texas football here in Texarkana, Texas, after a season-opening win for the Texarkana Pleasant Grove Hawks, 34-2 over the Atlanta Rabbits. I'm here with the head coach of the Hawks, Coach Josh Gibson. Coach, first off, congrats on the win, and another season is off and running.
Yeah, that's exciting too. I know it's exciting for everybody in the state. Communities getting back out there together with all the spirit groups, band, showstoppers, and cheer. And it is about time to be playing some football. So this is a fun one.
You know, the weather early, looked a little dicey there. I know you were keeping an eye on the forecast. Did the bad weather impact your pregame preparations at all for this one?
I think just early on, everybody's hoping we were going to get the game in. There's a ton of rain that was coming. They were expecting over 2 inches in a very short window. And so for it to clear out, about halfway into the first quarter, I think that was awesome for both teams and our fans, and everybody just get to enjoy the rest of it.
I looked at my weather app, and it was 68 degrees at kickoff on August 28th. Have you ever had a kickoff like that, an August game?
Nope, never have. And on Tuesday, went up in that building and got a jacket. It was cold out here.
Yeah.
And then we found out this has been the coldest week of August since 1915 in East Texas. So over 100 years, that's how cold it was this week. And I think our kids and everybody in this area really were like, thank you.
Yeah,
awesome.
we'll take it, right?
Yeah, we'll take that.
I brought some of the weather down from Canada with me. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Thank you.
That's what it was.
Thank you.
Obviously, week one, there's always going to be some things you got to work on. There's some sloppiness. I know for you guys, offensively, I know you're going to look at the tape and work on some things. But I thought your defense today was consistent throughout the game. Obviously, Atlanta, they got some playmakers over there. Those two receivers are problems. They got speedy running backs. I thought from the press box looking in, your defensive line was really the key. You really controlled the line of scrimmage and just didn't let their athletes make plays in space. Was that kind of the game plan coming in to kind of keep those guys in check?
I think we're really good, up front and in the back end with our guys. We have so many of those guys returning, but we do bring a lot of pressure, and the guys play really fast up close to the ball. Foster, Keedred, and Kiki. I think J. Rich did an amazing job. Our Baylor commit, to go out there and have as many targets. They were trying to throw at the 3, who's a special athlete. I mean, he's one of the best sophomores in the nation. And for him to continually battle and knock down balls and play in phase with them, I thought J. Rich had a really big game.
But your defense, the 2 early turnovers kind of helped you get out to that quick lead, 13-0. Obviously, you want to get those turnovers. How big was it to not only generate the turnovers, but capitalize as well? Yeah,
that was huge. I think that set the tone early. About 20-0 with about 4 or 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and then had another big one that was called back. And I think that's where things got a little sloppy, for us for a couple of drives, and some things to clean up. But then I also want to give those guys credit, man, just playing hard and getting after it. So a lot of good things, and then like a typical first game, especially with some weird weather, some things we're going to be able to clean up.
Offensively, Colt Yancey, your quarterback, first game as a starter to, coming in with his new team after playing last year at White Right under his dad. Again, week one, things to work out, but just high level, what was your assessment of his performance, and what kind of player is he?
Man, he's an unbelievable player, an unbelievable person. I've known him since he was little. We almost had him hired 2 years ago from Frisco, and his dad got the White Right job basically the same week. Mm-hmm. Did not know Colt was going to end up being as good as he is. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in his class. Every play, Monday, Tuesday in practice is just as important as a 4th and 1 to him. And I think that's what makes him special. But he's got a live arm. He threw the ball really well. It's hard to throw a wet ball. And even when it wasn't raining, every ball's wet out here.
Sure.
And I thought he managed managed the game really well and handled some tough snaps too on the night, and didn't fall apart on that stuff.
What went into the decision to opening the season on Thursday night? Was it just one of those deals you wanted to get out here and get going? And were you happy with kind of how it turned out? Is it something you might do in future seasons?
Well, yeah, kind of wanted to get that first game rolling. And we got a lot of guys playing college ball. And so our coaches want to go see them on Saturday. And so with the official shortage too, they asked if a couple teams would roll a Thursday game. And the 2 times we're doing that, our coaches can go out, support our kids on Saturday, and then and get a game in. But to kick it off on Thursday, I thought it was a really good idea until I saw how much rain we were getting today, and then I was like, uh-oh. But it worked out.
And I guess you get to go scout tomorrow, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, well, there he is, Coach Josh Gibson, the head coach of the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Coach, congrats on the win, and thank you again for all the hospitality, first-class operation you have here, and appreciate everything you guys do for the student-athletes in the state of Texas.
Yeah, I appreciate what you've been doing for over 2 decades, and The way y'all cover Texas high school football is what makes it special. I think we get coverage that's second to none. So thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Congrats.
All right, man. Be safe.